After being rejected by Elizabeth, Mr. Darcy gives her a letter explaining his actions. He says that he only stopped Jane and Mr. Bingley because he thought Jane did not love Bingley as strongly as he loved her.
He also explains that, after his father's death, late Mr. Darcy did allow Wickham part of the inheritance, but they fought after Wickham tried to secretly marry Mr. Darcy's sister to steal the family money.
Elizabeth feels embarrassed for believing Mr. Wickham so easily, and questions her feelings for Mr. Darcy.
After some time, Elizabeth travels with her aunt and uncle to the Darcy estate, as she hears that he would not be present. While taking a tour of the mansion,
He was the sweetest, most generous boy.
Elizabeth is surprised to see this new side of him.
When Darcy suddenly appears, Elizabeth apologizes, as she only came to the estate believing he would not be there. He then introduces her to his sister.
Bennet.
Mr. Darcy, I had understood you were away. I would not have intruded otherwise.
No intrusion at all. I am glad you are here. Permit me, my sister.
Elizabeth found 2 letters from Jane, saying their sister Lydia had run away to marry Mr. Wickham. If the 2 do not marry, it would destroy the Bennet name, as an unmarried woman running away with a man would not look good for the family.
Mr. Bennet tried and failed to find them, and when Mr. Bennet's brother finally found the couple, Mr. Wickham agreed to marry Lydia for a small amount of money. Elizabeth finds out, when the couple visits, that Darcy had attended the wedding and even paid the money to Wickham.
Elizabeth receives a sudden visit from Darcy's aunt, Lady Catherine, who is a woman of great fortune. She tells Elizabeth that Mr. Darcy is sure to ask her to marry him again, but she found the idea ridiculous due to her poor connections. Elizabeth defends her family and says that she could not promise to say no to his proposal.
The Bennets invite Mr. Darcy and Mr. Bingley to dinner, as he had returned from London. Bingley asks Mr. Bennet for Jane's hand in marriage.
Mr. Bennet, sir, I wish to ask your permission for Jane's hand.
A week after the engagement, the couple take a walk along with Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy. The 2 walk slowly behind, finally alone. Elizabeth thanks him for all he has done and admits she has started to see him differently.
Mr. Darcy, I wanted to thank you for all you have done for my family. I fear I misjudged you. I see you differently now.
You are too generous to play with me. If your feelings are still what they were last April, tell me so at once.
My love and wishes are still the same, but one word from you will silence me on this subject forever.
Elizabeth, feeling all the more than common embarrassment of his situation, now forced herself to speak, and immediately, though not very fluently.
I gave him to understand that my feelings had gone through such a change since the period to which he mentioned, as to make me receive with gratitude and pleasure his present assurances.
The happiness which this reply produced was such as he had probably never felt before, and he expressed himself on the occasion as warmly as a man deeply in love can be expected to do. Had Elizabeth been able to look him in the eye, she might have seen how well the expression of happiness
Showed on his face, but, as she could not look, she could listen, and he told her of feelings which, proving how important she was to him, made his love every moment more valuable.
They walked on, without knowing in what direction. There was too much to be thought, and felt, and said for attention to anything else. She soon learned that they owed their present good understanding
to the efforts of his aunt, who called on him on her return through London She told him of her journey to Longbourn, its purpose, and the content of her conversation with Elizabeth, going over every detail of the latter, which, in her ladyship's opinion, peculiarly showed her assurance
in the belief that such a relation must help her get that promise from her nephew, which she had refused to give. But, unluckily for her ladyship, its effect had been exactly the opposite.
It taught me to hope as I had barely ever allowed myself to hope before. I knew enough of your feelings to be certain that, had you been absolutely decided against me, you would have acknowledged it to Lady Catherine, sincerely and openly.
Yes, you know enough how honest I am to believe me capable of that. After being so rude to your face, I could have no issues with abusing you to all your relations.
What did you say of me that I did not deserve? For, though your accusations were formed on mistaken beliefs, my behavior to you at the time had deserved the strongest disapproval. I cannot think of it without hating myself.
We will not argue for the biggest share of blame about that evening. The behavior of neither, if examined carefully, was correct, but since then, we have both, I hope, improved.
I cannot so easily forgive myself. The memory of what I then said, of my behavior, my manners, my expressions during the whole of it, is now, and has been many months, very painful to me.